What's the most heartbreaking thing you've heard about yourself? I was the neighbor's kid who apparently needed saving. Mrs. Chen had been calling CPS for months, claiming my parents were neglecting me because I played alone in our backyard every afternoon. But when the social worker finally arrived, she discovered my parents weren't neglecting me at all. They were both deaf, and I was their 8-year-old interpreter helping them navigate a world that refused to accommodate them. Mrs. Chen had been watching me through her kitchen window, timing how long I spent outside by myself. She'd see me sitting on our back steps, having animated conversations with seemingly no one. What she didn't realize was that I was practicing ASL presentations for my parents' work meetings. She'd watch me wave my hands frantically at empty air, not understanding I was rehearsing how to translate complex legal documents so Dad could keep his job. The complaints escalated when she saw my parents ignoring me during what she called emotional distress. She witnessed me crying in the yard while my parents sat inside, apparently uncaring. What actually happened was I'd skinned my knee, ran inside, signing frantically about the blood, and my parents immediately sprang into action with first aid. Mrs. Chen only saw the outdoor crying, not the indoor care. Her final call to CPS came after she observed what she described as complete parental neglect during a medical emergency. She'd watched me limp around the backyard for 20 minutes while my parents allegedly did nothing. The truth was, I'd twisted my ankle and was showing my parents exactly how it happened so they could determine if we needed the hospital. We were developing a pain scale system using signs. When CPS worker Ms. Rodriguez arrived, she expected to find overwhelmed parents and a neglected child. Instead, she discovered a kid who woke up an hour early every morning to read the news and translate current events for breakfast conversation. She watched my mom help me practice difficult vocabulary signs for school presentations. She observed my dad patiently teaching me technical signs for his engineering job. Mrs. Chen had convinced herself she was saving me from parents who couldn't hear my cries for help. But my parents had never missed a cry, because I never needed to cry. They taught me that communication didn't require sound, that love didn't require spoken words, that family was about understanding each other perfectly. Ms. Rodriguez spent 3 hours at our house. She watched me effortlessly translate a phone call between my parents and my school principal. She observed our dinner conversation, flowing seamlessly between ASL and spoken English, as I included her in our family dynamics. She saw my parents helping with homework, reading bedtime stories in sign language, and tucking me in with the same tenderness as any hearing parents. The case was closed that same day. Ms. Rodriguez documented that I was thriving in a bilingual household with attentive, loving parents who'd raised a remarkably mature and articulate child. She noted that my independence stemmed from confidence, not neglect. Mrs. Chen never apologized. Even after learning the truth, she insisted something was still wrong with our family dynamic. She moved away 6 months later, but not before leaving a note claiming she'd tried to help a child who was too brainwashed to recognize abuse. The heartbreaking part wasn't her ignorance about deaf culture. It was realizing that some people see difference and assume dysfunction. They mistake adaptation for neglect, bilingual communication for isolation, and cultural pride for defiance.